All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about something that is, without a doubt, the foundation of every single test you'll ever write: getting to the right page reliably. Because let's be honest, if you can't even get that right, the rest of your test doesn't stand a chance. You know the feeling, right? You build a test, it works perfectly. You run it again, and bam, it fails for no reason. Is it just me? Is my test haunted? Well, 9 times out of 10, the ghost in the machine is just bad timing. You're trying to interact with a page that simply isn't ready for you yet. For years, the go-to fix was just guessing. We'd sprinkle our code with time.sleep, hoping we waited long enough. It's slow, it's unreliable, and frankly, it's not professional. But Playwright, it has a completely different philosophy, a built-in solution called auto-waiting that makes those manual waits a thing of the past. It is the key to stable, fast, professional tests that just work. And the heart of all this magic is one simple command: page.goto. The best way to think about this is like a really smart GPS. You see, a normal GPS just gives you the directions. A smart GPS, like page.goto, doesn't just tell you the route. It literally waits with you and confirms, okay, you've arrived, the door is unlocked, and the lights are on, before it lets you proceed to the next step. So what's actually happening under the hood when you make that call? Well, first, you set the destination. Then the browser starts its journey. And here, step 3, this is where the magic happens. Playwright takes over and just waits. It monitors the network. It watches the rendering. It does all the heavy lifting for you. So by the time you get to step 4, you can be absolutely confident the page is stable and ready to go. And look at how simple the code is. It's almost beautiful, isn't it? You just call page.goto. That's it. On the very next line, you can immediately and safely check the title. There's no sleeps, no complex wait conditions. You just tell it where to go, and it handles the rest. And that's the whole secret sauce right there. That automatic wait is Playwright's guarantee to you that your script will never try to click on a button that hasn't loaded or read text that hasn't appeared yet. This single feature is what transforms a test from flaky and frustrating to absolutely rock solid. Now, even with a tool this smart, old habits die hard. And this leads to probably the single most common and most unnecessary mistake that folks coming from other frameworks make when they first pick up Playwright. And here it is. I'm sure some of you are smiling right now because you've done this, adding a time.sleep right after page.goto. Your brain, conditioned by years of flaky tests, is screaming at you, wait, give it a few seconds just in case. But with Playwright, you are literally telling your test to wait after it's already finished waiting. It adds absolutely zero reliability and just makes your entire test suite slower. So let's look at the right way, the Playwright way. Instead of that useless sleep, we move directly into a web-first assertion, like checking the URL. Now, here's the cool part. These assertions also have their own built-in waiting and retry logic. So you're not just making your test faster, you're actually making it even more robust. It's a total win-win. Okay, so you've nailed the basics. You trust the auto-wait. How do we take this to the pro level? Well, here's an insider tip for you. The absolute best automation engineers never repeat themselves. They automate the automation, and they certainly don't write the same navigation code over and over again. They use setup hooks, specifically test.beforeEach. By putting your page.goto call inside this hook, you're basically making a promise. You're saying, hey, Playwright, before you run any test in this file, I want you to start fresh by going to this login page. This means your actual test logic can start immediately on a perfectly loaded and consistent page every single time. And this is a true game changer. You're not just saving a line of code. You're building a professional, scalable test suite. You're guaranteeing every test is isolated. You're avoiding duplication. Your tests become clean, readable, and incredibly easy to maintain. This is what separates good automation from great automation. So let's boil it all down. If you walk away with anything today, make it these 4 points. First, trust the auto-wait. It's smarter than you think. Second, because you trust it, never add a manual sleep after navigation. Third, use before each hooks to keep your setup clean and consistent. And finally, always verify you got where you were going with an assertion. Master these 4 things and you're golden. And I'm serious about this. You've got this. By just truly understanding this one concept, by trusting the auto-wait and using proper setup hooks, you are already avoiding the biggest mistakes people make, and you're writing tests that are way ahead of the curve. So we're on the page, it's loaded, it's stable, it's ready. What now? How do we find that login button, or that search bar, or that one specific item in a list? Well, that's exactly what we're going to cover in our next explainer, where we dive deep into Playwright's powerful locators. You won't want to miss it. See you there.